beef and carrots. Boiled beef and carrots. That's enough for your Darby girl. Makes you fat and it keeps you well. Don't live like vegetarians on food they give the parrots. Blow out your kite from morning till night on boiled beef and carrots.
Hello, I'm Sonia from Barcelona, Spain, and I'm here to speak about the English culture, more concrete about the food in England. I think the typical British dish is something that contains meat, potato or bread and vegetables. And here we prepare a lot of English full breakfast, which is bacon, sausages, tomato, mushrooms and fried egg. My favorite personal dish is a dessert, because I think English culture eats a lot of desserts and sweet things. If I make a comparison, I think English people used to eat a lot for breakfast and for dinner as well, but the time of lunch is not that important. Here we serve a lot of sandwiches, and more concrete bacon sandwiches. But in Spain we eat a lot for lunch, like paellas or like lots of first dish, second dish and dessert, and here it's all like in a all dish. And maybe it's some dessert, but it's more for the time for tea, the dessert.
Hi, my name is Zaira. I'm Spanish. I'm from Valencia. I think that the most important British dish is, for example, in my work, is the full English breakfast. It's nice because you can choose different kinds of breakfast, and for vegetarian people we have two. I think that is nice. And a hot food that I like and I think that is important too is the roast beef, because it's I think that this beef is white beef, and you can mix with pudding Yorkshire and with mashed potatoes, mixed steamed vegetables, and the combination I think that is very nice. Okay, my favorite, the first time that I eat the salt beef bagel, salt beef with mustard, English mustard, is easy. No, it's very special really, but I think that the combination for me is like wow, I like a lot. And drink, I like a lot the British tea, for example, and ale beer, really, the beer that is homemade and I like.
I'm Lisa from England. I'm originally from Worcestershire, which is in the middle of England. And I think typically British food is quite difficult to describe because we eat a lot of food from other countries. So it might be something like curry, but I think something like meat and vegetables is quite a typical British meal. And a typical British drink for me would be ale, which is a kind of beer. And I'm from a county called Worcestershire, where the fruit and vegetables are very famous. It's the Vale of Evesham. So the symbol of Worcestershire is actually a pear, because it's famous for the pears in the area. And my hometown is famous for the plum, called the Pershore plum.
Hello, my name is Kat. I'm from China. My favorite food of British food and drink is fish and chips and I guess beers. And then compared to Chinese food, I feel fish and chips has less textures of the flavor and the taste, but the reason I like the fish and chips is because it's so easy and so easy to get it, and it's just around the corner and so easy to eat it.
Hi, my name is Tanya. I come from Bulgaria. The typical British food for me, I like fish and chips and the most popular drink for me in UK is the tea. I like cooking because I manage the cafe. Most people like English breakfast. English breakfast is special for everyone who came in the UK.
Hi, my name's Elizabeth. I'm from Leicester originally, though I've lived down south for many, many years, and I'm of Irish, Scottish and English ancestry. A typical British food for me as a Midlander would be things like black pudding and faggots, which I used to eat when I was a child. I wouldn't dream of eating them now because black pudding has actually got blood in it. It's horrific. But I loved it when I was a kid, and I think northern food and Midlands food is very different from southern food. It's plainer. It's sort of comfort food, maybe because it's colder up there, I don't know. I also think a full English is very typical of Britain. It's not very healthy, but it does keep you going for the day.
My name is Fabricio. I'm from Argentina. I've been living in England for 13 years. And I really like British food. I like Cornish pastries, and roast dinners are one of my favorites. I like pork, the way they cook it here, and I really like the cakes that you can eat here, like Victoria sponges and all kind of sweets that they are really nice here.
To revive traditions of British eating, British food. So, of course, you'll know about puddings, savoury puddings with a suet crust, which is actually a delicious thing. It's like a gift-wrapped parcel of meat, gorgeous to eat, and that is a personal favourite, I must say. We've got pheasant on the dish, and pheasant is popular. Many people at lunchtime from these offices all around like to order the pheasant. It's slow cooked, it's very tender, falls off the bone. It's a delicious thing. So it's for me, it's a personal favourite, and it's an inexpensive bird, game bird, in the market. We also sometimes order grouse and other game birds, which find their way onto our specials list. Fish and seafoods. I particularly like seafood. Our seafood is second to none. Sadly we export most of our seafood to the continentals who have a craving for it. They love our seafood more than we ourselves, it would seem. And you often see our seafood in the market stalls in continental Europe. Having said that, of course, English cookery, just like English culture in general, has borrowed freely from other cultures. And so we are much influenced in this restaurant, as everywhere else, by foreign traditions, foreign cuisines. Battered cod and hand-cut chips is our special, and I recommend it's washed down with a pint of Redemption Cask Ale, which is the little microbrewer based in Tottenham, just up the road from here.
Okay, well, this is the town of Ramsgate pub in Wapping in London. I'm originally from Birmingham, although I have lived in London for 22 years. A traditional British pub, well, this one is nearly 500 years old, and they're the best, the old ones. But a traditional English pub sells an array of real ales, and obviously all the lagers and some European beers as well. ales have been around for probably thousands of years, and I think this is the main thing that makes the British pub. Also, what makes the British pub today is the food, and we serve here a lot of traditional food, pies, fish and chips, homemade burgers, etc., etc. So probably the most popular dishes here at the Ramsgate are the pies, puddings, fish and chips, and it's a great experience. Of course, when you go further up north to Birmingham, where I came from originally, you get lots of things like black puddings, which is like a meat sausage. The food tends to be heartwarming, but still quite similar to London.
Since autumn you'd bring up your kids on boiled beef and terrace, boiled beef and terrace, boiled beef and terrace. That's the stuff you don't be girl. Makes you fit and it keeps you well. Don't live like vegetarians. Food they give to parents. Since autumn you'd bring up your kids on boiled beef and terrace.